maybe soon. Ah? Welcome back to Alti TV's coverage of the Windmill tournament. I am Stefan Rapazzo, joined with Sarah Sparks here today. Sarah, why don't you tell the viewers at home what we've got in front of us today? A nice looking matchup.
Yeah, definitely. I'm very excited to see this matchup. So we have Cosmic Girls hailing from St. Petersburg in Russia, and we have Heist coming from Madison in the US. Having said that, a lot of the team couldn't make it, so quite a lot of pickups on this Heist team, but I'm expecting a really exciting game nonetheless.
Here come the Cosmic Girls. First look, puts Stavaya, winds up, jacks it the other way. It gets in front. First lick, Lazma Kublichka sends the body flying just to be sure she couldn't get there, but too much behind that one.
Nice dirty shirt for your first point of your second game. As if you haven't joined us on stream earlier, it's been raining really hard all morning, but luckily the sun is just cropping out and it's not windy at all. Beautiful day for Frisbee.
It's nice now indeed. Keep these clouds blowing away. Paula Bass on her goal line, keeps it in or not. No, called chalking out. And now Cosmic Girls with a short field in front of them. Sasha Pustavaya picks up. She sent that big one earlier. All her cuts are in the end zone only. Dumanskaya, huge body out there, makes that one look easy. Sends the left arm out for the catch and drag that right toe.
Yeah, a bit of a height mismatch there. Dumanskaya, Paul Bass, also a Eurostar, hailing from the Netherlands. I was speaking to the Russians yesterday, hanging out with them, know a few people on this team, and the interesting thing about Dumanskaya is the fact that obviously with her height, people think that they can just throw under her because that's logical. You can, as Hanna, hit the floor quicker than she can. So she uses her feet to her advantage, and I noticed there when she was marking Paul Bass that she was really kicking her feet up as well. So she might not be able to get there with the arms, but just watch out. I reckon we're going to get foot block in this game.
Let's see. We've got the call for it already. Dumanskaya has a commanding type frame out there, no matter what. If that's all she's given up is a couple low ones, and take the advantages that come with the alternative. Let's see how we go. Second point of the game here. First look at the Heist offense. As you said, a bit of a mishmash, a pickup version of Heist. As such, they're not getting all the respect an American team may get at the start of a tournament like this. They're pickup-y. They may not be the Heist of WUCCs and the USAU circuit, but let's see what indeed they are bringing.
Can't wait to see some of these matchups. I'd love to see Fedig on the Pustavaya sisters or Kublichka. Just can't wait.
Rana Viella, the Colombian import, comes underneath. She's here for the under-24s with Team Colombia. She was on Revolution as well as a silver medal in Cincinnati. Heist looking good upfield, nearing scoring zone. Shot to goal. That one's there. No problem from Fenning.
Oh, I love it. Looking for Ninka Biscay is only 17 on the women's national team this year. As you can see, quite a tall player. Really good in the air, really good at reading the disc, and her throws are also amazing. I really want to see her hook it deep. As the captain of that team myself, I want to see her flourish in this game, but nice to see it against Fennig Biscay matchup combination at the start. So, faultless point from Heist.
Nice
Good start.
Musquet, you said national team member. Of course, this mishmash, we're talking about a Dutch national team member. She lives right here in Amsterdam. She had the shortest drive to the tournament.
No, actually, she lives in Enschede, which is on the opposite side of the Netherlands. So she always has to trek the furthest for all of our team practices. But hopefully next year she'll go to university and then living a little bit closer to the tournament. But we're all camping.
Contractor services indefinitely once she moves.
Exactly.
Well, Paula Bass, pole outside in backhand. Past the brick mark by a few meters. Lumenskaya to Pustovaya. Heist showing his zone. Pustovaya faking the hammer, wants to break it all over in one throw. Lumenskaya, Pustovaya so smooth together, that 1-2 combo. Making it look easy for 2 throws in their own end.
Bit of a call here. I'm wondering whether there was a bit of contact that she was winding up for a flick hug. Felt like she got blocked. So there's a foul, a contest. Very clear hand signals and shouting from the field. Appreciated.
Keeping us informed here. Pustovaya again. Disc is back in play. She's directing traffic with her off arm. Just dumps it off to Lumenskaya. Around in the handle position, happy to reset. Now they get a few meters. Pustovaya gets the up line, calls Kublica under. She's got it, shot for end zone. Paula Bass coming to help, but can't get there quick enough. Goal for the Cosmic Girls. Arievieva.
I do like Paula Bass's attempt there to help out. Also good contact avoidance, because obviously the Russian player couldn't see her, but a bit of a height mismatch there. Going to see here Kubitska with the disc. Doesn't spot Bass at all. Oh, so close to getting there, just manages to tail the line. Great point there from Cosmic Girls.
The throw was just good enough.
So Heist not looking shaky at all. I do like that they come out with the zone, especially with a team that don't really know each other. It's always a bit risky to do that. Maybe you're going to have miscommunications, not really know where they're going. But that looked good. It stifled them for a few passes. But once they got it into power position, they are going to hook it.
Absolutely not afraid to do that. They are coming out in the zone. I kind of like it, especially when you're testing the waters with an unknown opponent. If it works, you can roll with it. If it doesn't, you switch up and give another look, another way of thinking. Fenning jacks it deep. Ivana Viela is there, but the defense was under. The throw didn't have enough on it. And a turnover in favor of the Cosmic Girls.
Good head D from Tatasheva. Didn't see the disc, but was boxing out. Good position.
Ora got the smackdown there. Just the soul playing D. Ivana Viela tries to get under, but cannot. Tatsisheva gets it off after a high stall count pick called within that high stall count. We'll see what it comes back in at.
Do like this Fedig Hoochie deep. Not anymore, but she was hanging out there. I would not want to throw it deep knowing that she was lurking in that space.
Yeah, she's not going to be friendly to if she is the deep defender. Here come Cosmic Girls. Pustovaya on the disc. That's Anna. She sent it, and there is Fenning cleaning up the mess. Viela comes under. She's got one deep. She didn't take it. Now she's looking to reset. Gets the reset. And again, Heist looking good until I said it. Throw sails beyond the grasp of Windmill.
Yeah, throw a little bit high, but also very close to the sideline. I think she was just thinking about towing the line before catching the disc.
Pustovaya with some interesting leggings underneath there. Wonder plant displayed. Oh, and she bobbles as we speak of her. And here's Fenning. She looked like she picked it up and wanted to score in one throw, and she follows through with that body language, but the throw's not on. Sails too far out to bounds.
I didn't hate the option because it was a great choice, just a little bit of an execution error. As I mentioned earlier, Heist, slightly more of a pickup team. They are going to need a little bit more time in this tournament to figure each other out. Cosmic Girls train together every week. They know each other like the back of their hands. They've been playing together for years. It's going to be difficult for Heist. They need to get rid of those mistakes quite early on in this game.
Two ways about that. Heist maybe a bit more superstar power, a little bit, but you're right, what they may gain and then they lose in chemistry that these Cosmic Girls have a whole bunch of. As the shot sails into the end zone or near the line, it's complete. Shot for goal, this is gonna count. Cosmic Girls open up a 2-point lead, 3-1 in the early going.
Well read there by Cosmic Girls. That throw did scoop up a little bit more, as we see here on the replay. Yeah, great read from Krasovska.
It's Lisa Chul with the goal collection to close out the point.
I don't think Heist will be deterred at all. I think that they have come to expect maybe a few blips to the start. We know, looking at their roster, that they do have powerhouses that can clear these discs back. Just take the time on offense, test things out on D, see what works. Zone, go man, be aggressive, and just see what happens. I think they're going to take it very, very easy.
Yeah, playing boring offense, not a horrible recommendation at all. Really take your time, use those swings, get the arounds when you're on the sideline, get it back to center, and find your flow that way. Trying not to force it as a new team. It's easy, especially a new team with some guns that have the big throwers and the big playmakers. Save the plays until you need them. Paula Bass centers the first throw. Ooh, up and hover and well handled there to keep alive. Back to Paula Bass. She breaks underneath. Knudsen. Continuing throw. Munier goes around. Bass can't get there, but not for lack of trying. Sends herself horizontal. Cosmic Girls take over.
Massive bid there for Paula Bass. Such a big layout. Just unfortunate she's so close to the sideline.
Dumanskaya sends to Kublichka, but she gets down and well before the disc does. And Heist again. From their own goal line. Winding up, just keen as Knudsen to send it. It may have been a better option now that we see where the turnover field position puts the Cosmic Girls. Zavaya. Dumanskaya. She thinks about going around. Zavaya comes back under, now looking break side, open side. Having a bit of everything. Cosmic Girls happy to reset. Staying patient. There's the break throw. Defense gets there.
Nice D there from Knudsen. Read entirely where Dumanskaya wants to throw that throw. So great heads up defense. This is what I was talking about. Heist are going to ramp it up on D and just go for it. Oh, just a little bit out of the hands and an injury call there. Hopefully Montana Brown is going to be okay.
And it's a bit of what you're talking about in all senses. Those miscues in their own end are what they've got to figure out very quick as a pick-up-y team. Get those out of there, and we say stay patient, go side to side, do the boring stuff. But again, a few turnovers in your own end there, and you start getting some encouragement to stretch it out a little bit, keep the trouble away. No injury called. A very short field for Krusnovaya. Skis in. Kublichka isolated, but Paula Bass puts on great defense for 3 cuts, but the 4th cut gets her open. And Cosmic Girls, 4-1, a commanding-like lead.
Yeah, Cosmic Girls had a very dominant first game against, just trying to think who they were playing, the Czech women's team. Did walk past when they were playing. They won 15-6. Quite a commanding lead. I did predict prior to this tournament that Cosmic Girls were going to do well. I'm not surprised at all. As you say, just really strong defense, and just they're aware that this is a pickup team, so they know they can just pick up the disc and take their time from the end zone. And yes, it did take the 4th cut, but it was still a really valid open option.
4 patient cuts, still early in the stall count. No rushed options necessary taken, but very patient, saying, hey, you take her one-on-one in this small space, and within 3 or 4 stall counts, we think we're going to get an easy throw, and they did. Very fast and athletic Cosmic. So the ball. Heist need an answer now if they're going to keep this game interesting. Ivana Viella comes under. She sees Fenning and puts it to Fenning. She's got it. Not quite in, though. On the doorstep, Fenning wants to give it back to Viella, and she does. Touchdown called. Goal scored, and Viella off to the cheerleading races there, putting on a little bit of a celebration display for us.
I love it. I always, me and Logan on the other stream were just saying we'd love to see some more gymnastics. And what gymnastics is that? Was beautiful. I don't have any sort of hand-eye coordination in that respect. I can't even do cartwheel. Beautiful.
Viella in her past life a cheerleader in Colombia before she found her way into ultimate frisbee. Ultimate, rather. So she says she loves to put the celebration out there, especially early in the game. I had the pleasure of coaching her. She was a pickup on our women's team in the French national championship at both phases, and she provided a major boost to our team. That said, the team improved dramatically over the course of the season. Revolutionnaire, the women. Congratulations to them, and thank you to Ivana Viella for joining us.
It's always nice when a Colombian just pops by and comes and picks up for your tournament, isn't it?
It didn't hurt at all. We did discuss it and say, hey, should we be taking her? And I was like, well, she kind of fell in our laps here. Why would we not take something this opportune to help us out? And the team got behind it and agreed, and we're all happy for the decision. Great addition physically and skill set, but also a lovely young lady that fitted with the team nice. Pustovaya. 4-2. Heist answered the bell. Cosmic Girls come back out. We've got a zone look from Heist. So far, it's slowed Cosmic Girls down just enough. They've got them where they want them in the sideline. The crash has come. Working hard to break, and does it with an over-the-top backhand. Far sideline action. Pustovaya again. Domanskaya. And Pustovaya, they're happy to 1-2 it in small spaces. And again, no, she goes over, gets the around. Ramanava continues to Akramova. Ramanava again. Pustovaya. Cosmic Girls patiently working their way upfield, chipping away at the meters, getting closer to that attacking zone, slowly and surely. Pustovaya again now, shot to the end zone, no more slow and sure. Akramova gets it, a small discussion of whether her feet were in, and goal conceded by the defense. Cosmic Girls putting their foot down on this one.
Nice layout bid there for Paula Bass. Akramova is such a nippy cutter, so quick. And also just seeing a replay just near D there from Terra. As we see the replay, oh, very close. What I really liked that about Heist's Cup was that they were really aggressive with the crashes even. I feel like sometimes you set up a zone and people react very late to crashes, and it did mean that the throw didn't go until 7 or 8, and that's kind of what you're looking to achieve here.
Yeah, just without the result of that throw. But you're right, they do want to put him in a situation where high stall count, a speculator throw. This time the throw worked out, but the defense wasn't horrible. The defense was working.
Thank you.
Pustovaya sends the pull. Looks like the wind's going to keep it in. Indeed. Here come Heist. Viela kicks the under. Fenning winds up, puts it right on a dime on the platter. Musquet with the goal. She's making our co-commentator feel great up here. Musquet creates the space and Fenning drops the dime.
I think that is just going to be a connection we're going to see all weekend. I've just kind of noticed that Heist seem to have 2 lines. As I was just thinking, I haven't seen Bus and Fenning on the same line. So I don't know whether they've done that tactically or whether that was just to kind of form connections and maybe they switch it up later. But very clear, Fenning to Musquet. That is going to be one stop.
Something for oppositions to take note of for the future of this tournament. More specifically for the Cosmic Girls to take note of and see what they can do to slow it down, despite the lead and momentum they do currently still have.
So in other news, the sun's come out. It's not raining.
That's fantastic news. Some of the best news all day, really waking up to gray skies, the opening skies, and then another gray over. There's nothing pleasant. And that big ball of fire showing its face in the sky. Paula Bass rips a big backhand, lands and rolls. Here come the Russians from St. Petersburg. Pustovaya engaging, has a wide open dump, and she takes it. Heist encouraging that throw. Of course, Umanskaya gets and gives. Akramova is behind the defense, but lets it flop out of her left hand there. Can't close the grip.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, really fast cutter, totally through deep. And I think the angle that disc came on was a bit sharper than she expected, and just thought, oh, I can get this with my left hand, just bobbles out.
And now going the other way. Heist, but the defense from Akramova, she makes up for her mistake. Always play your best D after your own personal error for the tournament. Pustovaya. Looks like they're in a match D by now. Pustovaya winds up this way, that way. Dumanskaya's there. Help defense comes. Dumanskaya's got to walk over the falling defender. They are having a chat.
It's going to be an interesting
call. No indication of whether it is contested or not.
It's going to be an interesting goal. Let's watch this on the replay. So, Dumanskaya basically looks like she clocks her in the face by accident, and then she kind of also gives up because there's a call. Now, there's going to be the debate of, was her getting hit in the face, did she have a play on the disc? Paula Bass was in the right position, but then Dumanskaya stopped because there was a call. So I'm going to have a feeling this will go back because I think this is just quite a complicated call.
I agree. I mean, there was definitely contact between their 2 legs that caused the tumble, and that in the forthcoming trip over top of to Dumanskaya. But as you said, I think the most logical option is to send it back to Pustovaya, and I think she should feel compelled to huck it again.
Yeah, that's what they've decided to do. It's foul contested. maybe there's no debate that there was a bit of contact, but just really hard to know what the outcome of that play could have been. So I do think the right thing has happened here, and it's gone back to Pustavaya. Interesting also just to see Dino Dumanskaya pull completely out the handler space and go deep. It's also a really threatening target.
I mean, look at the mismatch watching the two of them walk back right now. I mean, she is a fantastic handler and obviously all the right in the world to be back there. But it's a pretty compelling argument to get upfield, knowing you can get your hand up and still probably out jump without jumping. And they're going back.
Taking a while just to discuss where were we? Where are we going to stop it in? What's the stall? Take a little bit of time here to get reset.
Indication that the stall counts at 6 and it's in. Pustavaya gets Akramova under and Dumanskaya gets it straight away right on the doorstep. Lots of cuts coming into that corner trying to fill the space. Goes around to Pustavaya. Kublitska into the open space, but she goes back to center. Her and Dumanskaya play a 1-2 game. Thought about the break again, didn't give it. Dumanskaya on their own sideline, near sideline. Continued. Russians moving it well, looking patient at this stage. Now go the other way. Akramova's there. She well read that time, well thrown by Dumanskaya. They continue to dictate, do the Russians.
Don't think Akramova was going to allow that same mistake to happen twice. And that was also a very authoritative snag out of the air, as we see here on the replay. I do like what the Heist defense were doing. They were poaching off the handler to start with to stop the line, then cut and then come in. Problem is, you just leave the handler completely open, and that just gives them the space to throw it onto the break side like Dumanskaya just did. I just feel like there's going to have to be some really energetic plays to cause a turn here on Cosmic Girls. I think they just know each other so well. They're not the talented team to make a lot of mistakes. We have seen a few, but not many. And I just think that someone has to do something heroic to really cause that momentum shift for Heist.
I wholeheartedly agree. We want layout Ds. That is the energy you're speaking of, as far as I'm visualizing it right now. Of course, right now with a receiving line on, they've got a hold. The only way they're going to get back into this is with their defense making some huge plays, and of course being able to hold. Here come Heist and Viella getting those unders every possession on the starting possession. Fenning getting a lot of attention. Foul called. She trips up in the middle.
Seems to be a bit of discussion. Looks like the Russian doesn't agree. Not sure if we will see this on the replay. Don't know whether they clip feet or whether there was a shove. There's a few little hand signals going on here.
Resnick Kate having the discussion with Fenning. As they discuss, we are taking in everything here. The big top setup of Windmill. A huge exhibition festival, if you will, Frisbee festival. It's quite a spectacle. We're really just sinking our teeth into it now. Disc is in. Fenning gets it in. Ivana Viella keeps her toes, or does she?
This will be an interesting one to see if we get a good perspective here. Cosmic Girls seem to be very confident that it was out. Let's have a look. So Fenning gets the disc. A nice jink cut. Slow-mo.
Oh, that's in.
Just with the toes. But they've decided to send it back. Not quite completely sure on the pitch, and that's fine. probably the right thing to do in this situation if you completely can't agree.
Or confer with the commentators, of course.
In full speed, it is also very hard to tell. I will give them that.
Viella, Fenning, two of them really working well together. Fenning looks like she wanted to go all the way around. Centers. Now the shot on the doorstep. Dead center. Falling player gets the backup. Cleaning up the garbage. They're back on the board. Resnicate gets the goal. 4-6, down 2.
Good job, she had a backup there. I didn't spot the backup be there, and I saw her fall, and I thought, oh no. But luckily, just went straight to the bread basket of Rusticati. So 6-4. The score on the board is not. Score on the scoreboard is correct on the field, but not on the stream. So not as big of a difference for Cosmic Girls as thought. But they're looking very comfortable. They're very, very keen to just keep the disc moving. Have to force some mistakes from Cosmic Girls. I know that's a really difficult task, but I think at this point that's the only way you're going to stop them.
The swing installment even here. We've got some rock climbing twister, some cornwall, spike ball. There's a trampoline, bouncy castle, giant elephants, fire pits. What more could you possibly ask for? And we've got Cosmic Girls Heist right here on Field 5, Showcase Field. Here come the Russians, Pustovaya, Dumanskaya. 1-2 game. Dumanskaya's got the legs out. She's gone from track pants to shorts. She must mean business now. Pustovaya, see the cup crashing and reacting to the pop. Heist stay in their zone defense. Trying to trap, of course, they've got them where they want them, but Pustovaya's got all the throws under the sun, especially when she's throwing to Dumanskaya in small spaces around. Now she gets big meters. Akramova was wide open, but by the time she looked up, defense was catching. Now she goes the other way to Akramova. What a shot by Pustovaya. Looked up and fired one out like a laser.
Oh, I just love watching Pustovaya throw. She has really, really convincing fakes and also just fantastic throws. So for example, she could fake that inside then throw a scuba, or she could fake a big round blade and throw the inside. It's just, she's so unpredictable. She's impossible to mark. You try and take the inside away, that's not going to work. You try and take the outside away, that's not going to work. You know that Dumanskaya is hanging around the cup behind. She's going to throw a blade to her. She's just unstoppable. So I do commend the cup because I do still think they're doing a really good job, but I just think they have such a difficult task ahead of them.
She fakes really well too, very believable fakes, and because she's got all those throws, every defender bites, justifiably bites on her fakes because they know they're throws that she may well cook them on. But if she doesn't cook you on that one, she'll cook you on the next one. Pustovaya showing it, showing you all at home how it is done.
Yeah, if you want to learn how to throw well, and if you want to learn how to be a good handler, watch the Pustovaya sisters. And Dumanskaya, of course. But the Pustovaya sisters, so strong with the disc.
Speaking of strong with the disc, Fenning to Viella. Good hard defense. Unders are well covered now. Fenning gets open for one. She wanted the big, did not take it. Gets the under. Viella. She sees the big, doesn't take it as well. Plays to center. Good, strong grip to keep that one in possession. Heist. Getting patient. Fenning. Continues. Tika. Oh, the defense was coming even with the changed route. Zacate has Viella, but it's over her head. Can't get it on the turnaround, and Cosmic Girls look to capitalize with a break opportunity.
Yeah, a bit of a shame. I feel like all the points that Cosmic Girls have broken on have not been because necessarily of blocks or things like that. It's mostly been mistakes from Heist. So hopefully they could just ramp up a bit of energy so they can get this block.
Miscues and time out by the Cosmic Girls. We'll take a small break to adjust our own seating here and be back by the time the action is. I know, it's so stand up for 2 minutes, 2 minutes, sit down for 2 minutes, stand up for 2 minutes, kneel. It's like church, sit, kneel, stand, sit, kneel, stand. Yeah, take it. Mikey, you want to throw this with I got my black rain jacket in there? Bitches. So, Cosmic Girls disc. Yeah. Cosmic Girls have a whole field in front. Alright, should we come back in? So, Cosmic Girls finding their place first. Vertical stack, relatively centered. Dumanskaya, Pustavaya, setting up behind the disc. As well as Parshokora in the handling unit. Heist lock on and what looks like a match situation, possibly a bit of a clam. Some of their front defenders staying put. And a bit of switching on the upfield coverage. Dumanskaya didn't have much to throw to except the reset. And they're happy to reset together. Pustavaya gets up line and gets in a power position and throws the other way. Back into the center with an off-balance backhand, centering Dumanskaya. She goes right around. Oh, a bit of pressure there on the mark, but mostly a miscue by Pustavaya. Can't squeeze that one.
I like that stifling defense there from Heist. That worked really well. They really struggled to get it off the line. Great work.
Vanaviela spots the poached player there. Bit of space, not quite in. Yes, quite in. Heist put one back on the board. Renzaketi with the goal. Keep it within 2-7-5. Still to the Cosmic Girls.
So just a reminder, especially if we've got some American people watching the stream, the schedule at Windmill is always different to other European tournaments. So this is based off a Swiss draw, which is an algorithm that basically figures out the strength of the team and determines that a game should really end with a certain point difference. So these two teams are now currently sitting in 6th and 7th place. In theory, if the algorithm is correct, they should have a sudden death game.
Sudden death?
Yes, because they're the closest matched game at this point. Now, obviously, it's really hard. We're only in the second round. So as games happen and more plays happen, this will become more defined. But having said that, every single point counts, because it can come and help you later on in the tournament, especially if another team upsets a team you lost against. That would work in your favor. So Heist are going to be looking to get every single point they can on the board, regardless whether it's win or lose.
Very complex Swiss draw. The algorithm makes it look easy, but it is complex in theory. We don't really know each round until moments before. That's one of the drawbacks of it, but one of the exciting surprise aspects of it as well. Pustavaya giving and going in the midst of this heist zone, goes around to Dumanskaya. Dumanskaya back to Pustavaya, in and out and through that front fence of the heist zone. And she's got the easy answers, keeping it on the sideline, tries to go back to Dumanskaya, but easy meters, keeping it in front of the cup. Foul called. It looked like a whole bunch of plastic from my initial perspective.
Let's have a look at the replay here. Oh, it's just blocked by number 5. Can't see a thing. I definitely heard a noise. Whether that was a disc or whether that was someone's hand, I don't really know.
I felt like I heard the drum nut-like noise, the percussion of that disc, but they're not agreeing as such. It's going to maintain in the hands of the Cosmic Girls. There must have been some body to body. Dumanskaya, Pustavaya. Fakes the hammer. Gives the hammer to Dumanskaya, but it's too far beyond her. Heist putting the jets on in transition and decide to slow it down as Paula Bass picks up the disc. Now looking for a more set play, something to come under, but no, Paula Bass jacks it. Fenning's there, takes it over Pustavaya and finishes strong even with the bid. Heist, but there's a call on the play.
I was just about to say this is the first time we've seen Bass and Fenning on the pitch, and I think that should happen more often because that was a great huck button. Even better take from Robin Fenning. Now, I don't know what the discussion here is, so we'll see this on the replay. Not using hand signals, so not helping us very much. So quite a low disc from Bass. Great read.
Where's the foul? I don't know. I don't understand
I'm
the
not
conversation
sure.
at this
I'm not
stage.
sure what's going on. I'm wondering whether the way that she caught it, there seems to be some translation.
From my perspective, it was it was great to see Bass and Fenning on the same line together. Great to see that we got a Pustavaya Fenning matchup in the air against one another. It looked like Fenning got the best of it, but they're still in discussion right now.
I can only assume it's a foul, or a very debated travel call. I'm not sure. I feel like there's smiles, so it's all been resolved nicely. It's a foul. Foul, not so sure. Foul.
Foul halfway between contest and non-contest.
But at least it is staying with Fennig and not going back to Bass. So it will be staying there. And there's violation.
Love the hand signals for the violation. It's like we're starting the YMCA. The VMCA. Fenning puts it into play. Gets it back on the doorstep, pops it up and over and in. And they're back within one. Helen Terra with the goal. Heist down. Score 6-7 leading Cosmic Girls.
Great for Heist to get a point back on the board, get that break. They needed that for their own self-confidence. Now they know that they can convert on D. Yes, it was a mistake, but they have the offensive efficiency to go and get that break. They know that now, so that is going to be a really good momentum shift for them. Cosmic Girls maybe going to be a bit disappointed with the mistakes they're making. They just need to take their time and relax and just forget about it. Heist, though, are just going to ramp up the intensity, and I wouldn't be surprised, especially with it being so close to halftime, whether they start calling some power lines to get this win.
A glimpse of a power line in the last one with the Bass Fenning combo. See if we get some more of that. And it looks like the algorithm's proving to be accurate enough right now with a 1 point difference. Let's see if we can move ourselves into some galaxy point situations here in the first half of action.
Well, we see Fennig staying on the pitch. big powerhouse there on defense. You just see if they come out in the zone again. That's what worked for them last time. Don't fix what ain't broken, as they say.
Yes, they do. Pole lands, rolls, and gobbled up by Pustavaya. Dumanskaya. Zone on, Dumanskaya fires. Fenning is there. Defensively knocks it away from Akramova. Done cleanly as the frisbee rolls into the McDonald's side.
I would not tempt that beast. We've just said she's a powerhouse on defense and you go for a deep shot. I just felt like that was quite closely contested. I do have all the trust in Akramova as well as a great receiver, but with Fenning in that space, I'm just not so sure that was the best choice.
Yeah, not in. Do it in power position perhaps when you're turning and looking at separation. There's Fenning, now drops a big one, but too far in front of Musquet. Throw had some mustard on it.
She's looking for her favorite receiver, but that blade was just a bit sharp. If it had just been a flat throw into space, that would have been theirs all day.
She had the separation in the back. Just needed a bit more touch on that throw.
So in a nice way, Fenning can now afford to come under because she knows that they're going to be a bit more skeptical about throwing that deep option. She's so strong that they're just going to think twice. So she's creeping back into the cutting space just to assist on the wings.
Covering two on her own back there really right now. She's taking out options. Dumanskaya, flipper over top. Akramova. She blades it. Dumanskaya there all day. Puts a big one over top. Fenning comes under, taketh away. Fenning making an impact of this game. Viela gets the disc. Centering. Underneath, Musquet wants Fenning. No engagement yet, now gets Fenning. Fenning to Vieja. Ivana Vieja. Oh, the defense comes across, and it could be costly, but no! Akramova got some sort of divine message there and managed to swat that disc out of the air, turning her head only moments before it arrived.
Such a shame, as Musquet was absolutely wide open. That throw just didn't go anywhere Adika wanted it to. Oh, so unfortunate. Oh, near block as well. Musquet is pumped. She wants this disc.
Pustavaya and Dumanskaya doing their thing. Akramova resets it to her very handy handler. And as for it back, Ivana Viela gets a hand, but it is an uncontested foul. She knew she got a bit more than just plastic on that one. Look at the height matchup on that mark there between the two of them. Akramova. Goes over, really trusting her receiver, her handler there. Dumanskaya taking it high in a pack grab. Pustavaya, they're both out there right now. A little bit of a travel there perhaps. Yep, they are going to call that one.
Starting off the Macarena, as you do.
Hey, Macarena. Pustavaya, Sasha Diana. Dumanskaya, Sasha Pustavaya. Continue on, the Cosmic Girls on the front foot here. Akramova gets into the act. Centers again. Dumanskaya. Pustavaya has to go down, a little bit of a gratuitous bid, not in yet. Dumanskaya trying to creep her way in and does. Unabated by the defense. Walks one in and stretches it back open. A 2-point lead, 8-6.
So that is halftime. Really monstrous plays there from Fenning. And just a bit unfortunate that they couldn't convert, just a few little mistakes. That's just going to be the be-all and end-all in games like this. Cosmic Girls had a commanding first half. a lot more mistakes towards the end, so showing maybe a little bit of mental weakness there. Heist, not out of this game yet.
By no stretch of the imagination, they're very much in it. That last point there, it was all theirs for the taking to tie it up. The mistake didn't allow it. A hard mistake to watch that one with 2 receivers on 2-on-1 in the end zone there, and the option goes into the back of the defender. But Heist with plenty of time to turn the tides here. It's quite the scene here at Windmill between our 2 showcase fields here. We've got a pitch in between that has, for the bulk of the morning, been covered between like 4 and 6 teams, cutting out small bits of space for their full team warm-up. But there is a plethora of activity going on here. Throwing warm-ups, D warm-ups, full team warm-ups, plyometric warm-ups. Everybody getting into it, getting warm, getting loose before they get their opportunity to shine under the lens, the multi-TV lens giving it to you from Windmill Tournament. Getting the disc back. Wind's picking up too. No, I'll try again, but the first try was futile. Discussion here. Second half action. Cosmic Girls start on D. Heist with a chance to hold and bring it back to 1. Fenning gets the inbound pass. Didn't even have to walk to pick that one up for the brick mark.
It's because she's famous.
Friendly sideline, famous. She's got a Tokay sponsorship. And she throws hammers over the top. Musquet with the disc. Fenning gets it back. Big under, lots of space. Switch. Hammer over top. Musquet is there. The hammer is on. Goal. 2 within 1. It's 8-7. Cosmic Girls stay 1 ahead.
I do love a cheeky hammer when the opportunity prevents itself. That's not quite the right phrase, but when it shows itself. And just really nice to see Tika looking for Musquet. Musquet's so much taller than some of these players. Maybe not quite as tall as Skye, but quite tall on this Heist team. That offensive point looked a lot better from Heist. I don't know whether there was some maybe defensive miscommunications from Cosmic Girls. Great spot, great take. Musquet scoring all the points really for Heist. I think maybe not every single one of them, but most of them.
She's got her hands on a few goodies there for sure.
So the only thing just to mention, just coming out of the half, is that the wind has picked up ever so slightly, so there was nothing this morning. Now there's a gentle breeze, could cause for some interesting throws. It's definitely not bad enough that people can't play at all, and especially with the handler sets that we've got on both teams, I don't think they're going to have too much of an issue, but I do think that zone is going to be slightly more effective than it was earlier in this game.
That 8th defender is the wind that was touched and rolled out. They'll play it from the corner. And as such, Pustavaya says she wants that first throw. As you predicted, Sarah, the zone is on. Let's see if this wind helps out. Big shot goes early. Paula Bass is there, but Dumanskaya takes to the sky, opens it up, and finishes to Akramova. The zone was broken into smithereens by the deep shot from Pustavaya.
Paula Bass is a good deep defender. You sometimes look at her and think she's small, why would you put her deep? She's really aggressive in the air. I think what happened was that Pustavaya just saw that height mismatch and thought, well, I know she's good deep, but I also have somebody who's nearly twice the size, and I have to give it to Bass. She did not read that badly at all. She did beat herself up a little bit because she obviously left somebody completely wide open behind her, but by all means it wasn't a bad attempt at going for the block. So just a bit unfortunate really.
The throw was on. The receiver had the physical mismatch there. Just coming in into the space with a bit of speed and a bit more size, and not much Paula Bass could do about it. 9-7. Heist hoping to hold here. See if they can keep it in striking distance. That pull will stay in the field proper. Directly into the hands of the offense. Fenning to Vieja. Oh, and Musquet gets stepped in front of the Aaron pass. Cosmic Girls try to deny the holds with their break opportunity. Pustavaya goes to Akramova. Akramova back to Pustavaya, and she's off and moving, but not gone to Musquet. Turns around a little late and watches the goal cash in for Cosmic Girls. They're up 2 again.
I think the cutting there from Heist was just a bit short. So I don't know if we'll see it on the replay. For example, Musquet hadn't really got to full speed yet. She made a jig cut deep and then under, but hadn't really taken 3 steps before it was thrown. From my perspective, she wasn't entirely on, just because she hadn't got to full speed. She's gonna know now from, I just need to attack that. I just need to go for it, no hesitation. Cosmic Girls, just straight off from the turnover, working it nicely, and a cheeky little blade, just catching it into that back end zone corner. That was nice little defense offense there from Cosmic Girls.
Arievieva with the goal in the end. I correct myself, I said they made it a 2-point lead. That makes it a 3-point lead. 7 for Heist, 10 for the Cosmic Ladies of St. Petersburg.
So, also one of the changes that they've made to the Windmill tournament is that the games end when the hooting goes. So you finish the point but then after that's game over. So it's also really important for Heist to just get as close as possible towards the end of the game. Otherwise, they're going to have a slight issue as they turn it over here. Going to have a slight issue crawling it back into the game, and that's not going to do them any favors in Swiss draw.
None at all. Dumanskaya sends it deep. There's a pick called, so that goal will not count. All the way back to Dumanskaya. Dumanskaya commanding the offense to get moving. She gets it to Ariafieva, but a pick call. She will keep it. Ariafieva tries to open up either Pustavaya or Dumanskaya and gets Pustavaya. Centers, what a bid! Leaves her feet, the Heist defender. Getting D's, leave it just what we said. We needed those athletic plays. We got those athletic plays.
Michelle Yang with an absolutely massive layout D there. Oh, just what Heist need just to get that intensity back into the game.
And here's Yang again after making the play. Let's see if she's got herself calmed, and she does continue it with success. Here come Heist, but that one gets away. Munier can't get down to keep that one up.
Need another big layout D play from Yang. Hopefully you'll see this here on the replay. Absolutely monster, huge.
Boosters on Dumanskaya to Pustavaya, knocked away. Knudsen.
It's also calling an injury. Hopefully she'll be okay. This roster's not very big from Heist, as I said earlier, having problems getting everybody coming over from the States, so had to pick up a few people from Europe. And I believe they only have a full roster of 16, which isn't really many going into a 3-day tournament.
Fenning steps in for the injured player, and Cosmic Girls decide to make a change midpoint as well. Akramova pops into the action.
Two fantastic subs, I would say.
Indeed. Heist definitely bolstering their attack, and Cosmic Girls trying to level the substitution by putting in the legs of Akramova, the speedy defender and the strike receiver. Yang collects the under, continues. Fenning trying to get open upfield, and the throw is errant into the ground. Heist not looking their smoothest on these possessions on this point. They're looking a little bit rushed. Their decision making is coming out looking flustered. Dumanskaya goes up line, bids there, the feet in, it looks like it. No discussion, continuation. Now there's a discussion, now there's a point to the line. Tough. From our angle, we can't see the chalk from there. Excellent catch, way to throw the body horizontal there.
There's an entire sideline here, but oh, she's been called out. Great catch, great layout catch there, but clearly foot dragging the line. Called out.
Dumanskaya comes over and screws everything up there. There's no box out opportunity for Glinka. As soon as Dumanskaya entered the picture, that disc was going to sail away or get swatted away.
Yeah, that was not a great choice. A slow swing pass heading into the path of Dumanskaya.
Oh, what a throw. And another one, continuation, but Pustavaya's throw there, that high release forehand over the shoulder to get it to Dumanskaya is what blew it open, and then Dumanskaya finished with class and a nice throw, but That was a very crafty throw to open things up from Pustovaya.
I'm wondering whether fatigue is starting to play a game in the heist play. I just feel like the energy has dropped a little bit, but I also just feel like there's a lot more mistakes than we had in the first half. And I don't really want to say it's connections now because they've had about 2 games to figure each other out. They are finding those connections. We have seen them. Just think a bit of hesitation and a really intense defense from Cosmic goals. That just flusters anybody, regardless whether you're a pick-up team or whether you're an established team. So Heist just needs to have a bit more focus. The Hooter is now going to say that it's the end of the game, so this will be the last point. It will either be 12-7 or it will be 11-8.
Either way, Cosmic Girls have locked up the win. A good one to get. Heist will likely only get better as the tournament goes with the connections, but again, with the smaller roster, the fatigue could balance that out. We'll see how the rest of their path goes. For now, they want to finish on a high, see if they can do this with a goal to finish. Musquet gets and gives. There's 2 receivers, 2 defenders. We got a pile, but the Heist receiver comes down with it. Is there a discussion?
There's a travel goal.
Resnicate will not get the glory of that game-ending, not game-winning goal, and will be forced to do it again as it comes back to Musquet. Disc is in. She thought about doing the same thing over again. Viella comes under. Viella has some excellent switches, and as I say that, it gets away. Was that caught on the rebound, or was it caught and bobbled to touch on the very last moment?
They scored it down. Good spirit there from Heist.
I think she had it, but dropped it going down. Wow, ground strip there. Looked like she was in bailout position, but all for naught.
I think this is the 5th ground strip I've seen on a stream today, and there's only been 2 games. Very slippy underground, very hard to keep possession, even if you are trying your very best to claw onto that disc.
Kublichka dumps Pustovaya. I wanted Kublichka again, but good defense on the mark from Musquet. Gets the under this time. Ramanava continues upfield. Marmazina. Now Pustovaya. She jacks it deep. It's too far.
Yeah, Wind just picked up as she threw it. Took the disc with it. As you can maybe see on the flags, once the camera pans out, the wind is starting to pick up. Stats can be a bit more upwind, downwind on this pitch.
Fenning, with a head full of steam, gets Villa. Continued. Fenning looking to stretch herself upfield here. Now comes under. She's wide open, gets down. Keeps it up, shot to goal. Villa's there, but she can't hang on. Gets the right hand up and watches it wobble away.
Oh, so unfortunate. It was such a great grab. And then you think sometimes conservation of greatness, but the throw was also good. Just the catch, the reception. She bobbled out of her hand. Oh, such a shame.
She'll want that one back for sure. There's Fenning going down with no regard for the well-being of her body and everything for the well-being of that possession. Pustovaya, Kublichka. Oh, gets the high release backhand to get centered. Pustovaya winds up, calls for the under, gets it. Pustovaya demanding that disc. Every second, if not third touch. Pustovaya gives and goes. That one is too far. And Fenning sees Villa. She's got the throw, she's got the space, she has got the redemption for dropping the last one. Heist score last, lose by 2 in doing so. Cosmic Girls just outclassed them there, Sarah.
Yeah, I thought it was a great game from Cosmic Girls, just stronger from the beginning. Heist, though, showed us the potential. I think over the weekend they're going to grow and grow and grow. Can't wait to see them later on in the tournament.
If they can stay healthy, they'll be dangerous come late day Saturday or Sunday. But until then, we're going to take our break. Get you ready. We've got non-stop action all weekend long. Stay tuned. Refresh your feed. Keep the action coming. Mixed division coming up next. Thanks again for joining. I've been Stefan Rapazzo, joined with Sarah Sparks, and we'll catch you all very soon.
Ladies, it's game. It's game. It's every game.